It begins not in the shadows of Wall Street or in the corridors of power, but in a church, a sacred place where trust was absolute, where faith was unshakable. A man stood at the pulpit, his voice calm, his presence magnetic. To the congregation, he was more than a priest. He was a guide, a protector, a messenger of God. But behind his holy words, another story was unfolding. At first, it seemed harmless. A donation here, an offering there. The faithful gave freely, believing their sacrifices built heaven on earth. The priest promised blessings, prosperity, even miracles. And the people, desperate for hope, opened their wallets, their homes, their lives. What began as trust soon became a river of gold. Money flowed, silent, endless, unquestioned. The priest built more than churches. He built an empire. Luxury cars, hidden mansions, offshore accounts. Every sermon fueled his fortune. Every prayer padded his bank. But power has a way of breeding greed. The donations were no longer about God. They were about him. Every coin dropped in faith became another brick in his empire of lies. Yet his followers did not see. Blinded by belief, they cheered his every word, unaware of the betrayal behind the altar. But truth cannot stay buried forever. Whispers began. Why were millions unaccounted for? Why did blessings cost so much? Journalists dug deeper. Documents leaked. Numbers did not match the sermons. And soon the mask began to crack. Investigations followed. The priest, once untouchable, now faced questions he could not silence with scripture. Police raided, courts summoned. The faithful wept as headlines screamed of betrayal. The trial began. Inside the courtroom, the man once draped in robes now wore chains. His empire laid bare before the world. Witnesses testified. Papers revealed billions stolen. The courtroom echoed not with hymns, but with accusations. The verdict was delivered. Guilty. The man once called a prophet was sentenced not to eternal glory, but to years behind iron bars. The billions he stole could not buy back his freedom, nor the shattered trust of the faithful. Behind prison walls, stripped of his robes, he became just another inmate. No pulpit, no power, no audience. Outside, his empire crumbled. The mansion stood empty, the offshore accounts frozen, the churches scarred by betrayal. But from the ashes of ruin, a lesson emerged. Faith is powerful, but blind faith is dangerous. The story of the priest who ran a billion-dollar scam became a warning to the world. A warning that sometimes the greatest danger wears the mask of holiness. And as the gates of the prison clanged shut, the final chapter was written, not of salvation, but of greed, deception, and downfall.